Hola, bienvenidos a video número 2. Ahora vamos a practicar con gustar. Todos de ustedes necesitan esta paqueta que tiene la información, un repaso de gustar y también actividades para practicar. So we're going to start on página 3 where it says the Ultimate Gustar Review. So, por favor, saquen como 3 minutos. You have 3 minutes to complete that top portion. So it looks like what I have up on the screen with as many of the requested details as you can. Do note that in número 2 it says, when do you just use gusta? There are 2 times. And in número 4, when do you use gustan? Hay solamente una vez. If you're stumped, la primera página aquí tiene un repaso. Take a look back here, see if you can pull the information out that you are looking for. So, una pausa. Vale, tenemos las respuestas. So as you take a look through here, none of this should be earth-shattering. Número 3 and número 5 give you examples of those singular and plural. Your indirect object pronouns, so to whom it is pleasing to, those are the little words. We are really getting good at may and te. Lay we've added in there and we've been working with. Those are the ones that really you need to know for a day. As far as the plural, so nos and lace, at this point, those are nice to know. And certainly those of you that are like, yep, I've got this, you go right ahead and get those added in there. There's nothing that's going to be negative about having them because we will be coming back to those again later on. So, all right, continuing on, parte dos. So this is what it looks like. As you're looking at it, it's an example of whether you're using those pronouns with a singular version of gusta or the plural, which is gustan. And so give you a variety of those listed here. This is the same box that you'll find on that first page as well in la información de repaso. If you're going to add emphasis or you're going to add clarity, now with may and te, it's not nearly as important because we do know, clearly may is talking about myself and te is talking to someone else. But it becomes more important when we use lay and lace especially because we don't know who it is. So le gusta simply just says he or she or you. And so we're able to clarify that or add some added emphasis if we really want that by saying a and the person's name. Or we could say a él, like he likes it, or a ella. So again, it just adds the added emphasis so that we know who we're talking about. Because if I walked around all day going, she likes cats, nobody's going to have any idea. Am I talking about my mom? Am I talking about the next door neighbor lady? Am I talking about, who knows? So by adding a and their name, we are able to identify specifically who she or he is. All right, so let's do some practica with those. So we're going to combine the two. You need to have both the correct form of gustar. So you have dos opciones. Either gustar, gustan, and the pronombres, so the me, te, le, nos, and lace. So for the sake of practice, we're going to use all 5 of them, but know that when we get to the summative, specifically you have to know the singulars. All right, so take a few moments in 6 through 13, 6 a 13, and you're going to rewrite those sentences using gustar. All right, so for those of you that are stuck on vocabulario, let me help you out just a little bit. So now that you have those nouns, continue. See if you can finish up any of them that were giving you an issue. All right, so here's what those should look like. And so as you take a look at them, you can see specifically in parentheses, I've added emphasis in for the a ellos or a ella. But not necessarily on all of them. And I put it in parentheses because you could write it, but you don't necessarily have to. All right, so then let's put it with some infinitivos, with your infinitives. So basically, the entire blue list that you have, this is a lista de infinitivos. These are our verbs that simply say to do an activity. When we talk about doing that, we're using those in the singular form, so it would always be gusta, and they're going to work very similar to what we were just doing with the nouns. So for example, if I want to say, hey, do you like to write? I could ask the question, te gusta, and I'm going to add escribir, te gusta escribir, and then make sure that I put my punctuation around that. So go ahead and try it, see what you can come up with for 14 a 21. All right, and again, aquí son las respuestas de esta actividad. All right, so let's put it together. In Página 2, first thing you're going to do, you're going to go through, in Página 2, so I'm talking about this one, that has 2 spaces. First thing I want you to do, underline the person in each sentence. So who is it that likes something? All right, the second thing you're going to do is you're going to circle what is liked. So what is it that we are saying that that individual or individuals finds pleasing? All right, so número 1, the sentence that I've given you is a ti, and then space, space, ver el programa Glee, and the respuesta is no, no me gusta. So first step is that you are underlining your who. So notice the a ti tells us who that sentence is going to be about. That's our added emphasis. So you should have underlined T. And then what is it that's liked? In this case, it is an action. So ver, it's technically not the programa, it's the action of watching it. So I've circled ver. So then you're going to notice, now we have to match those 2 up to make sure that we get the correct pronoun and the correct form of gustar. And you end up with te and gusta. All right, so you're going to continue. 1 through 15. If you run out of time, know that you need to have that ready to go for Monday as well. And then 2 quick reminders. 1, your summative is on day A. And 2, there's my lovely painting, that your reassessment needs to be done before I leave on Tuesday, and I leave 11 o'clock. So make some arrangements to get that taken care of. All right. Hope you have a great weekend. I will talk with you all el lunes. Hasta lunes.